What's going on, all you gamers? Here we are back with some more Outriders, and today I'm going to be going over some mods that you should 100% avoid. So if you want to see what mods never to put on your gear, as they will not help you in the slightest, then stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, Full Things Gaming, Full Things Xbox, and of course a lot more Outriders and all the latest and greatest content coming, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today, I'm here to tell you what mods to stay clear of. I'm only going to be doing kind of tier 2s and 3s, not class specific mods, but these ones right here may be ones that you're thinking about putting on because they sound interesting or you want to try them out. I'm going to save you the time and effort and tell you not to bother. So the mods in question are these ones just over here. Now, as always, this is just personal opinion, but it's personal opinion based on round about 100 billion hours of gameplay. And it's not that not all mods are created equal, because some mods are better than others, but these mods are just straight up awful. So first up, and I'm going to show you this one, Ultimate Paragon. Increase your armour by 40,372 for each ally in close range. This one right here I'm going to put on the list, but ultimately it is not as useless as some of the others, but you will have to follow one person. Unless your group is completely tightly knit and they're all kind of stand right exactly by you, you are going to go out of range of at least one of them, meaning that you'd only have 40,000 armour. There's better things out there. Probably stay away from this one unless you're playing with a friend or two and you are constantly next to each other. Honestly, there's a lot more viable options out there. This one just isn't as good as it sounds. It can work, it's not as bad as some of the others on this list, but in all honesty it's very hard to pull off and you have to be standing very close to people to make sure that you get that buff constantly and they don't run off and kill stuff. Coming up next, and this one is just... why? Yeah, no, just don't put this on your build. Head of the Ward. Reviving an ally also fully restores their health. To use that up as a mod slot is just don't. Honestly, just don't. I don't know why this is in the game. It should, if they wanted to make this a thing, it should be reviving an ally, fully restores their health and gives a buff to you for a long duration, because allies shouldn't really be going down. If they do, well, that's not the be all and end all of restoring their health fully. Stay away from this one until they change it, fix it, or throw it away. Definitely do not put this in your build anywhere. Next up, and we've got this one, Hidden and Dangerous. I'm going to put this on the shouldn't have list. You may be able to make it work if you're playing some kind of a crazy sniper build of sorts, but even then I think a lot of times you're going to find it impossible to pull this off. Increases your firepower by 48,910 when shooting from cover, and that's Hidden and Dangerous. If there was kind of cover everywhere, you can make this work, so maybe in some kind of places, maybe say for example maybe a chem plant, but in most kind of situations you're going to be running, you're going to be gunning. Cover is just not a constant, it's just not viable, and a lot of times you're going to have this mod slot on and you're not going to be having any extra firepower at all. For myself, unless you find yourself going into cover constantly, this is an absolutely useless mod that has one of the highest kind of firepower in the game if you could make it work. Now, like I said, a couple of those you may well be able to fit into a certain kind of a specialist build of sorts, but this one right here is just, for a tier 3, I am just gobsmacked. I do not know who decided this is a tier 3, but yeah, last one standing. Heal yourself for 19,353 whenever an ally enters down but not out.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Let me just let that just sink in for a moment. You heal yourself, so you might as well say you're nearly fully healed whenever one of your allies is on the floor dying. So that means you've got a mod on that is there because you know your team sucks. There's no ifs or buts about it. You're putting this on because your team sucks and you want to stay alive. And every once in a while you're going to get a burst of health. And that's not guaranteed. It's basically, to make this work, you would have to pick them up, go about your business, they're going to die, and pick them up again because they've died, and then go about your business, and then pick them up because they've died. For a tier 3, this one is awful. Put something else on, anything you want. Put on something that's going to give them a bit of resistance or a bit of a shield, something that could help your team out if they're that bad. But this one right here is just crazy and should never really be a tier 3. It's just bad in everything. Put on a bit of damage, put on a bit of survivability for yourself, put on whatever you want, but don't rely on your team dying on one of your mods. Right, all you guys and girls, as always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox. Take care. I'll see you on next day.